Never give your partner another chance if they did these 5 things. Trust is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It is not merely an agreement to believe someone's words, it is the assurance that your emotional, physical, and psychological safety is a priority in the connection you share. When this trust is betrayed, whether through lies, infidelity, or manipulation, the very foundation of the relationship begins to crumble. Trust is fragile, hard to build, and easy to break. Once broken, it rarely returns to its original form, and attempts to rebuild it are often fraught with doubts, insecurities, and lingering fears. When someone betrays your trust, they violate the unspoken agreement that you are a team working together with honesty and mutual respect. Lies, no matter how small they may seem, create fractures in the bond between two people. They breed suspicion, and suspicion, in turn, grows like a shadow over every interaction. You begin to question their motives, their words, and even their affection. This erosion of trust takes a toll on your mental health as you find yourself constantly analyzing their actions, trying to decipher the truth from the facade. Infidelity is perhaps one of the most profound betrayals of trust. It not only violates the commitment of exclusivity, but also introduces a host of emotional wounds that are incredibly difficult to heal. The person who has been betrayed often grapples with feelings of inadequacy, wondering if they were not enough to keep their partner loyal. The pain of discovering such betrayal is not just about the act itself, it's about the lies, the deception, and the realization that the person you trusted most was capable of such harm. Even if apologies are made and promises of change are given, the memory of that betrayal remains. It surfaces in moments of doubt, in arguments, or even in quiet moments of reflection. Manipulation is another form of betrayal that corrodes trust in insidious ways. Unlike lies or infidelity, which are often overt, manipulation operates subtly, often leaving the victim questioning their own reality. A manipulative partner distorts the truth, twists situations to their advantage, and makes you feel as though you are the one at fault. Over time, this can erode your confidence and sense of self, leaving you dependent on their version of reality. This kind of betrayal is especially damaging because it not only breaks trust in the relationship, but also causes you to lose trust in yourself. The process of rebuilding trust after it has been broken is an uphill battle, and not everyone is equipped to take on that challenge. It requires transparency, consistency, and a genuine commitment to change from the person who broke the trust. However, even with their best efforts, the scars of betrayal often linger. The betrayed partner may find themselves unable to fully relax in the relationship, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. This hypervigilance is exhausting and undermines the possibility of true healing. Moreover, the act of forgiving someone for breaking your trust often comes with its own set of complications. Forgiveness is a noble act, but it does not guarantee that trust will be restored. In some cases, forgiveness can even be misconstrued as permission to repeat harmful behaviors. If the person who betrayed you does not truly understand the gravity of their actions, they are likely to repeat them, knowing that you have forgiven them before. This creates a cycle of hurt that becomes increasingly difficult to break. It's also important to recognize that betrayal of trust is not just about the actions of the other person, but also about how those actions make you feel. When trust is broken, it shakes your sense of stability and safety in the relationship. It forces you to reevaluate everything you thought you knew about your partner and the life you were building together. This emotional upheaval can be devastating, leading to feelings of heartbreak, anger, and deep sadness. Choosing to give someone another chance after they have betrayed your trust is a deeply personal decision, but it is one that should not be made lightly. You must consider not only their actions, but also their willingness to take responsibility and make meaningful changes. Words alone are not enough. Their behavior must demonstrate a genuine effort to rebuild what has been lost. Even then, it's crucial to ask yourself whether you can truly move past the betrayal or if the relationship will be forever tainted by it. Ultimately, the question comes down to self-respect and self-preservation. Trust is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Without it, a relationship cannot function in a healthy, fulfilling way. If someone has shown that they are willing to betray your trust, you must carefully consider whether they are deserving of a second chance. Remember, forgiveness is about freeing yourself from anger and resentment, but it does not obligate you to stay in a relationship that no longer serves your well-being. You deserve a partnership built on honesty, respect, and mutual trust. If someone has broken that trust, it is a reflection of their choices, not your worth. Do not let their actions define what you accept in a relationship. Trust is sacred. And if someone cannot honor it, they should not have the privilege of your presence in their life. The courage to walk away from betrayal is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your strength and your commitment to valuing yourself. Respect is one of the most vital elements in a relationship, the glue that holds everything together. Without it, love becomes hollow, trust feels uncertain, and communication breaks down. Respect is not just about being polite or refraining from rude behavior. It is about valuing your partner as a person, acknowledging their thoughts, feelings, and boundaries as important and equal to your own. When a partner consistently disrespects you, it is a clear signal that they do not regard you or the relationship with the care and dignity it deserves. Disrespect can manifest in many ways, some overt and others more subtle. It may come in the form of belittling comments where your partner mocks your ideas, dreams, or abilities. These remarks can start small, disguised as jokes or playful teasing, but over time they erode your confidence and self-esteem. You might begin to doubt your worth or question whether your aspirations are valid. This kind of disrespect is insidious, as it often goes unnoticed until the damage has already been done. Another form of disrespect is dismissiveness. This happens when your partner consistently ignores your feelings, interrupts you when you speak, or disregards your opinions. They may act as though their thoughts and experiences are more important than yours, creating an imbalance in the relationship where your voice feels muted. This can leave you feeling invisible, as though your presence and contributions do not matter. A partner who dismisses you repeatedly sends a message that your value in the relationship is secondary to their own. Public humiliation is another blatant act of disrespect that should never be tolerated. If your partner criticizes you, mocks you, or shares private matters in front of others to embarrass you, it is a serious violation of trust and respect. Relationships should be a safe haven where you feel supported and protected, not a stage for ridicule or shame. When someone disrespects you publicly, it not only hurts your feelings but also undermines the bond you share in a way that can be difficult to repair. Disrespect also shows up in how a partner reacts to your boundaries. Healthy relationships require clear boundaries, and those boundaries must be honored. If your partner repeatedly pushes or disregards your limits, whether it's about personal space, time, or emotional needs, they are showing a lack of respect for you as an individual. They are prioritizing their desires over your comfort and well-being, which is a dangerous dynamic that can lead to resentment and imbalance in the relationship. A common but often overlooked form of disrespect is passive aggressiveness. This might involve sarcastic remarks, subtle digs, or actions intended to irritate or provoke you. Unlike outright aggression, passive aggressiveness can be difficult to identify, but its impact is just as harmful. It creates an environment of tension and unease where you feel as though you are walking on eggshells. This kind of behavior chips away at the sense of security that a relationship should provide. Repeated disrespect is not a one-time mistake, it is a pattern, a choice. When someone disrespects you consistently, they are demonstrating how they truly perceive you and the relationship. While everyone has moments of frustration or lapses in judgment, disrespect that occurs repeatedly cannot be brushed off as an accident. It reflects a deeper issue, whether it is a lack of maturity, empathy, or genuine care for your well-being. Disrespect in a relationship doesn't just harm the connection between you and your partner, it also impacts your self-perception. Over time, enduring such behavior can make you feel unworthy of better treatment. You may start to believe that this is the best you can expect from a relationship, which is far from the truth. Respect is not a luxury or a bonus in a relationship, it is a fundamental necessity. Addressing disrespect requires open communication and honesty. If you feel disrespected, it's essential to express your feelings clearly and assertively. A partner who truly cares for you will take your concerns seriously and make an effort to change their behavior. However, if they dismiss your feelings, become defensive, or continue the same patterns of disrespect, it is a sign that they are not willing to put in the work necessary for a healthy relationship. It's also important to recognize when disrespect becomes a deal breaker. Forgiveness and understanding are valuable traits, but they should not come at the cost of your self-respect. If a partner consistently disrespects you despite your efforts to address the issue, it is crucial to prioritize your own well-being and consider whether the relationship is worth continuing. Staying in a relationship where you are not respected can have long-term effects on your mental and emotional health. Walking away from a relationship marked by repeated disrespect is not an act of failure, it is an act of self-preservation. It is a statement that you value yourself too much to accept anything less than a partnership built on mutual respect and care. It is a recognition that you deserve to be with someone who uplifts you, values you, and treats you with the dignity you deserve. Disrespect, especially when it becomes a pattern, should never be ignored or excused. It is not just a reflection of your partner's behavior, it is a reflection of what you are willing to tolerate. By setting boundaries and refusing to accept disrespect, you create the space for healthier, more fulfilling relationships to enter your life. You send a powerful message to yourself and to others that you are worthy of respect, and you will not settle for anything less. Boundaries are essential in any relationship. They define what is acceptable and unacceptable, creating a framework of mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Boundaries are not about controlling a partner, they are about ensuring that both individuals feel safe, respected, and valued. When a partner consistently crosses these boundaries, it is a serious red flag that signals deeper issues within the relationship. Boundaries are not merely arbitrary rules, they are expressions of one's core values, personal limits, and emotional needs. Violating them reflects a disregard for those fundamental aspects of a person's identity. The first step in understanding the gravity of boundary violations is recognizing their significance in fostering a healthy relationship. Boundaries are not just about saying no to certain actions or behaviors, they are about creating a space where both partners can thrive as individuals while nurturing their connection. For example, boundaries around personal space, communication styles, or financial decisions allow each person to maintain a sense of autonomy while working together harmoniously. When these boundaries are respected, they create an environment of trust and security. When they are violated, however, that environment becomes strained, often leading to feelings of frustration, resentment, and emotional distress. When a partner consistently ignores or disrespects your boundaries, it is a clear indication that they do not value your needs or feelings. This behavior often manifests in small, seemingly insignificant ways at first. They might dismiss your requests, push you to do things you're uncomfortable with, or joke about your preferences as though they're trivial. Over time, these minor infractions can escalate into more blatant disregard for your autonomy and well-being. This repeated behavior sends a message that their desires or opinions outweigh your own, creating an imbalance in the relationship that is neither healthy nor sustainable. Ignoring boundaries can take many forms, from emotional to physical and even financial. For instance, a partner who refuses to honor your need for alone time may invade your personal space, leaving you feeling suffocated or overwhelmed. Similarly, a partner who repeatedly brings up sensitive topics despite your requests to avoid them demonstrates a lack of respect for your emotional well-being. In some cases, boundary violations can be more severe, such as pressuring you into actions that conflict with your values or compromising your safety. Regardless of the context, each instance of boundary crossing chips away at the trust and respect that form the foundation of a healthy relationship. Boundary violations also have a profound impact on your sense of self-worth. When a partner disregards your boundaries, it can leave you questioning whether your needs and feelings are valid. You may start to feel guilty for setting limits or wonder if you're being unreasonable. Over time, this can erode your confidence and make you more likely to tolerate unacceptable behavior. This cycle is particularly harmful because it not only damages the relationship but also affects how you view yourself and your ability to advocate for your own needs. It's also important to note that consistent boundary violations often indicate a deeper lack of empathy or awareness on the part of the violator. A partner who truly cares about you will make an effort to understand and respect your limits, even if they don't fully agree with them. They will value your feelings enough to honor your boundaries, recognizing that doing so is an essential part of maintaining trust and mutual respect. On the other hand, a partner who repeatedly crosses your boundaries is prioritizing their own desires over your well-being, which is a clear sign of selfishness or emotional immaturity. When faced with a partner who disregards your boundaries, communication is essential. It's important to clearly articulate your limits and explain why they matter to you. A caring partner will listen, seek to understand, and adjust their behavior accordingly. However, if your concerns are met with defensiveness, dismissiveness, or continued violations, it becomes evident that the issue is not a lack of understanding but a lack of respect. In such cases, it's crucial to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it aligns with your values and emotional needs. Staying in a relationship where your boundaries are consistently disrespected can have long-lasting consequences. It fosters an environment of inequality where one partner's needs are prioritized over the other's. This imbalance not only undermines the relationship but also perpetuates a pattern of unhealthy dynamics that can be difficult to break. Over time, it can lead to feelings of powerlessness, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Recognizing these patterns and taking action to address them is essential for your emotional health and well-being. Choosing to end a relationship because of repeated boundary violations is not an act of weakness, it is an act of self-respect. It's a decision to prioritize your own needs, values, and emotional health over a relationship that no longer serves you. Walking away from someone who disregards your boundaries is not about giving up on love, it's about refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's about creating space in your life for relationships that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and care. Ultimately, boundaries are a reflection of who you are and what you stand for. They are a testament to your self-worth and a tool for building healthy, fulfilling relationships. When someone consistently crosses those boundaries, they are not just disrespecting your limits, they are disrespecting you. By standing firm in your boundaries and refusing to tolerate violations, you send a powerful message that you value yourself enough to demand the respect and consideration you deserve. Trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship. It is the invisible thread that holds two people together, allowing them to feel safe, valued, and connected. Without trust, even the strongest love can falter, as the emotional security necessary for a healthy relationship is replaced by doubt, fear, and uncertainty. When a partner breaks your trust, it strikes at the very heart of the bond you share, leaving you questioning not only their actions but also the stability of your relationship. Rebuilding trust is possible in some cases, but when trust is broken repeatedly, it signals a fundamental issue that cannot and should not be ignored. Trust is not built overnight. It is earned through consistent honesty, reliability, and respect. In a relationship, trust means knowing your partner will keep their word, act with integrity, and prioritize your well-being. It involves feeling confident that they are honest with you, loyal to you, and genuine in their intentions. When this trust is betrayed, it can feel like the ground beneath you has been swept away. The sense of safety and predictability you once relied on is replaced by chaos and confusion, leaving you emotionally vulnerable. A common way trust is broken is through dishonesty. Lies, whether big or small, undermine the foundation of trust because they create a gap between reality and what has been presented. Even seemingly insignificant lies can cause damage as they plant seeds of doubt about what else may be untrue. When your partner lies to you, it sends a clear message that their comfort or convenience is more important than your right to the truth. Over time, repeated dishonesty creates an environment of suspicion and anxiety, making it impossible to maintain the openness and vulnerability that a healthy relationship requires. Infidelity is perhaps one of the most devastating breaches of trust. When a partner is unfaithful, it not only breaks the promise of exclusivity, but also violates the emotional bond that holds a relationship together. Cheating is a deliberate act of betrayal, one that disregards the feelings, dignity, and worth of the other person. While some relationships can recover from infidelity, it requires immense effort, accountability, and a genuine commitment to change. However, when infidelity occurs repeatedly, it becomes clear that the partner is unwilling or unable to uphold the trust necessary for a meaningful connection. Trust is also eroded by broken promises. When a partner continually fails to follow through on their commitments, it signals a lack of reliability and accountability. These broken promises can range from small, everyday matters like not showing up on time to more significant issues such as neglecting agreed-upon boundaries or responsibilities. Each instance of unmet expectations chips away at the trust you have in your partner's ability to be dependable. creating a sense of instability and disappointment that can be difficult to overcome. Another form of trust-breaking behavior is emotional manipulation. This occurs when a partner uses deceit, guilt, or coercion to control or influence you for their own benefit. Manipulative tactics such as gaslighting or withholding affection are not only harmful but also deeply disrespectful. They create an environment where you feel unsure of your own perceptions and emotions, undermining your confidence and sense of self. A partner who engages in such behavior is not only breaking your trust but also exploiting your vulnerability, which is unacceptable in any relationship. Rebuilding trust after it has been broken requires genuine effort, accountability, and time. It demands that the offending partner take full responsibility for their actions, demonstrate remorse, and actively work to regain your confidence. This process is difficult and requires both partners to be fully committed to healing and growth. However, when trust is broken repeatedly, it becomes clear that the offending partner is not truly invested in making amends. Instead, their actions reveal a pattern of disregard for your feelings and the health of the relationship. Staying in a relationship where trust is continually violated can have profound emotional consequences. It fosters an environment of insecurity where you are constantly questioning your partner's motives, actions, and words. This constant state of vigilance can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of emotional exhaustion. Over time, it can erode your self-esteem as you may begin to internalize the betrayal and blame yourself for your partner's behavior. It is important to recognize that the responsibility for broken trust lies solely with the person who broke it, not the one who has been hurt. Choosing to leave a relationship where trust is repeatedly broken is not a failure, it is an act of self-respect. It is a recognition that you deserve to be with someone who values honesty, integrity, and mutual respect. Walking away from such a relationship allows you to prioritize your emotional well-being and create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections in the future. It is a statement that you will not settle for anything less than a partnership built on trust and mutual care. Trust is the bedrock of a healthy relationship, and without it, true intimacy and connection cannot exist. While mistakes happen and trust can sometimes be repaired, repeated breaches of trust are a sign of deeper issues that cannot be overlooked. By refusing to tolerate such behavior, you affirm your worth and set a standard for the kind of relationships you want and deserve. Trust is not just an optional component of love, it is an essential one, and you have every right to demand it.